The NSODA Development Association NSODA is now piloted by a newly elected executive to pilot the affairs of that development association.
The national president of NSODA,
with Sheikh Adamu Bijila elected as the new president. This was during an elective NSODA general meeting that held over the weekend in Limbe. Holding at a time when the NSODA community is rocked by the ongoing Anglophone crisis in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon, the meeting served as an opportunity to map the way forward to reconcile all sons and daughters of Bui Division. 8 years of piloting the affairs of NSODA, at a time when the crisis is ongoing, the outgoing president, for me, Stephen Zerem, the challenges.
I think the challenges were enormous. I am telling you that my predecessor resigned. So leading some people is not chocolate. It's not a child's play. And if you are somebody who gets annoyed, you cannot lead even for 3 months. So, but the way I did was, I knew my team. I knew my work. I knew I could deliver. So rather, I was more interested with my conscience. I was more interested with what I was sure of and not trying to satisfy the public. And I know one of the greatest challenges is this issue of always accusing that, oh, money has money. And that's why I stress that in the General Assembly, they had to read the accounts. And you see that there were no contributions that were coming, not because we didn't want the contribution, but because I prefer to use my own money to build the organization, which I did. And I can confidently say that I've never spent even 5 francs for my phone. I pay my fuel, I pay for going around, I do everything on my own, and I support them with all the projects, and I do a lot of things. So there's always that accusations, and if you are not careful, you get annoyed and leave. And then there's also, there's a lot of dirty politics and so on, and the dirty politics is manifested around NSODA. You get those who are accusing NSODA and NSODA is this, NSODA is this. So to me, I knew what I needed to do for NSODA, and I knew how to do it. So it didn't bother me. So the main challenges, as I've said, turn around accusation. And then in terms of this political crisis, NSODA is really the bedrock of all this crisis. So it was not easy, because you have those who are pro-Amba, they want to use NSODA to fight the government, and those who are pro-government wanted to use NSODA to fight the Amba. So, but I remain firm on the neutrality. We can talk about politics, but when it comes to partisan politics, whether you are SDF or CPDF, you belong to NSODA. So, and that is what I did. You realize that almost all the structures in NSODA were touched, apart from NSODA that remained all throughout. I think it was the fairness, was that vision that had to drill it around so that they don't get into trouble. So it was not easy, but I can say that I succeeded 100%.
Today, NSODA is an umbrella organization affiliated to different village associations in the country and in the diaspora. Tewi Lambif is an elite.
I must say the outgoing president of NSODA is a pace setter. He is somebody who has development running in his DNA. He is somebody who believes in communal development. And so he has laid the framework. He has done the groundwork sufficiently for anybody taking over from him to be successful. What he has done is not only to lay the groundwork, but he has structured the NSODA Development and Cultural Association in such a way that it can be sustained. He has done a number of things, created committees that cut across the different priorities at the different areas of demand of the Nsor people. And he has opened up for other avenues, opened up other possibilities for the growth of the association. The Nsor First initiative is something that will always be identified to him, and it's something that will be sustained. Now, for the incoming president, I want to say that it should just be continuity, to take off from where the outgoing president ended, consolidating what the outgoing president did, and innovating, that is bringing in his own personal touch, in such a way that there will be no rupture. The steam, the determination that has been instilled in NSODA.
Mr. Kongso Chrysanthus had this to say.
The outgoing, I cannot really express. I lack words to qualify him, because that's a man who has devoted himself, both his time, his money, and what have you, for the Bansor man. Now, if you had the records he gave to say that he sacrificed about 13 million, all of themselves, and people still say that they had money, they this, that, and that. You see, it's not easy for a Bansor man, but I want to doff my hat sincerely to this man for all what he has done. He has been able to balance the people and so on. And I want to think that this time that the country is what it is, and especially to a Bansor man, that we are sitting here, you will no doubt that our boy is still in exile. And my wish will be that he should come back. Else I miss this opportunity. I've always been telling people, oh, they say this as this. You see, I have radio programs everywhere and so on. But every man says who has caused the war and so on. Unique, it is unique. This war has been caused by nobody than the President of the Republic. If all of you, the radio stations, will appeal to him and his government that they should bring order, because if you see the way they massacre our people, if you see the way they kill our people, that we are talking to you, Kongso is still in the prison here with a small baby. I mean, we lack conscience. The fact that that girl had at one time had something to do with General No Pity. Is it her fault that he has got the different husband and delivered a child, and now they are languishing in prisons like that? Let's be open and say these things openly and talk. Pray the Almighty God. Pray the Almighty God to change the life of President Paul Biya, and say that either he's going to be a ceasefire, or he's going to take his authority that he has, for which we respect the law, and ask him to come to a close.
Sheikh Adamu Bijila is the new president of NSODA. His priority.
My priority will be to continue from where my predecessor left, because I've been part of the team. I know what he's been drafting, and I know what is in process. So priority will be to make sure that what he started should be maintained, because it's constituting something very important for the Nsor people. I will equally be putting as priority to make sure that I pull in all the village development associations into the flow. Because when we work as a team, when we work as one, without any village kept behind, we are bound to succeed. My next priority will be to make sure that our cultural institutions are respected. It is a cultural and development association, and it is of prime importance that we make the institutions that make up our culture to be strong. The stronger our institutions, the better. These institutions have been there, they are strong. We simply need to reactivate, redynamize them, and make them work reflecting the dictates of the Nsor culture.
Assuring the population for total collaboration is the first Vice President, Mr. Clement Yuyun.
I am particularly very, very grateful, first to the President-elect, who decided that I should be his first Vice President, and secondly to the entire SOC community that endorsed this decision. The first thing I must say is that a SOC person is somebody who is endowed with solidarity, the spirit of solidarity, culture and development. And taking up this position is a great honor for me. It is a wonderful opportunity for me to give to my own people what God has endowed me with. And I am committed to what has been done here, so that with the team that has been put in place, we'll be able to transform SOC into a paradise that is built on unity, love and peace.